and let all the tyrants loose. Any man give his life for your house, child, I say y'all in Christ. And for the one in that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
Reminiscing on my ancestors, those ships who had to plead for life took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our food to put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, we still thinking that they care. Cause in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we dying for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, the Bible link of shit tonight. Praises to the Most High. I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tried out Benjamin and everything on both sides. Background to me can be treated as no white. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Because we're Israelites. Yashra, Allah to all the Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Because we're Israelites. Yashra, Allah to all the Israelites.
Sons of the power, rise from the ghetto with Satan, one is the power. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. One of these days, you're like falling more than fringes. You gon' need to show you what proof you get in them scriptures. Or if I got the mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, homicide, the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms. Never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Not home central so long, that ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. That's all I Israelite. Rappers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't dead, then we don't dream of life. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Because we're Israelites. Yashra, Allah to all the Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Because we're Israelites. Yashra, Allah to all the Israelites.
Wanna play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, good at working trenches. Making sure a election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the Lord a reflection. No matter what the complexion, we got a common connection. A part of God's intellection. A shot at the resurrection. Through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strength. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. You are dead because Christ paid the price, so we're ready to give their life, the life of an Israelite.
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Because we're Israelites. Yashra, Allah to all the Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Because we're Israelites. Yashra, Allah to all the Israelites.
I'm telling you, man. You really ain't gonna believe that I got a baby in my arms while I'm doing this. So, oh man, be quiet. Check it out, yo. Playing spades, reminiscing on days. Before the niggas started shooting, we would still catch fades. It's like the world's a lot scarier since crack grenades. And the only thing that we became was passing the maze. Was all my brother kids that had trapping in days. Minds fucked up from the bills of the haze. Pop said we all had stuff in our ways. So I've been praying to the most high that it's just a phase, yo. Always surprised and always amazed. Especially at what's been getting radio plays, yo. I wanna be the cataclysm of cataclysm. I'm permanently and take it back to lyricism. But you know nowadays, it seems like it's forbidden. Anybody in the industry was ain't fucking with them. And anyone I'm signing wanna be outshine. So I guess it's just me, myself, and all these empty lines. I never knew that being nice would get you penalized. But you load up, they wanna know your penis size. Photos all staring, saying you got dreamy eyes. And if you ain't fit, they wanna see you demonized. If they can drop the carrots and it's slow as El Dorado. Midnight Marauder, young desperado with a bravado. That's the hard act to follow. Make your favorite rapper look like amateurs that they follow. Yo, and that's the hard pill to swallow. Me and my father steady painting pictures like Picasso. Fans trying to clock us like Paulo and Gustavo. Go and tell, straight to the Gestapo. Hola muchacho, yo hablo español, el hombre blanco, es el diablo. Now I'm going over heads like a poncho, trying to stack chips with more cheese some nachos. Why you acting macho? Your whole clique is got though. They ain't want beef, but I'll feel it like a taco. Yo, don't get it twisted like a rasta. Don't be bringing none of that bullshit to me casa. You ain't seen this much crack since the Contras. Nelly of the beast, we all live inside a monster. That's why I be thanking God I'm alive, tapping into different vibes, making more than the scribes. Every verse the only letter sends to all the tribes. Lost in the guild, steady struggle to survive, yo. The things I seen with a pair of eyes got me out here living in this like desensitized. Part of the reason that I'm hardly never surprised. I've heard the screams of brothers that see mothers that cry. See the soul leave a body right before he died. 23 years old, lived down before his prime. While your favorite rapper only talking dollar signs. But when our people in trouble, they quiet as a mime. Every day is the struggle, I speak through these lines. That's how I know they can't relate, I speak in daily lies. I'm representing for my nation, for the lost tribes. For my people that been locked up AC-25. Cause being born a minority was their first crime. They serve and protect, choking your neck, severing your spine. They murdered one of us, but brutally murdered when they tried. They wonder why they get no respect, and we call them swine. Live in a time when you lose your life and become a vine. Friends turning t-shirts, corners turning shrines. And if our leader ain't a Pharisee, they ain't a scribe. Cause he ain't coming out unless he thinks he can scrape a dime. Get his name in the people's face in the line. The world's black and white, and he better pick a side. If I wasn't strong enough, then I would break inside. But I found the truth right before I lost my mind. Sorry, mama, I promised it wouldn't change it, but I wouldn't say it had remained the same me. And I know you feel the same way if they slay me. So when I say the white man's the devil, don't blame me. I'm not here to make friends, kiss baby, shake hands for politics. Yo, what's affecting all the college kids? I mean, why did the students shoot up the colleges? Newborns found in shopping bags and garbages. All these problems that nobody acknowledges. Promise you one thing, you gonna acknowledge this. Like that. I ain't a people pleaser. I don't like people either. I don't care if you're not the chick ain't wanna feature. Just give me my motherfucking check if we do a feature. Tell Michael Jordan he can keep his fucking sneakers. Walk inside your favorite church and just drop your preacher. Cause he ain't gonna drop the right shit to hate your teacher. But what about Obama? Nigga, I don't like him either. What has he done for us? 6 years or plus. All our leaders only care about is God and trust. But do they trust in God? It's all on the side. See through the mirage, diamonds in the cars. They got $1 million houses, now you seen ours. See, we get mesmerized and fail to recognize that they don't sympathize. Now they live better lives. Cause they got some money, we see them as demigods. But they'll be sleeping in that same place where they're semi-five. You ain't bigger than me, ain't God, ain't Christ, but boss bigger than me. You just another nigga to me. We breathe the same air, fuck you, richer than me. Ain't never been iller than me. I got bodies on the track, you ain't no killer than me. Just another nigga to me. You both will die one day, you ain't no killer than me.
Giving up the past, eating past us, 3D suited up. Don't watch your status, it's gonna get you booted up. Kingdom suffer violence while you tiptoe like a murderer. Still procrastinating while you dancing from the murderer. You can never consider the folk who can't afford shit. Riding on the limousine, I get like they cold me. Bitches think they so slick, left the people hopeless. This music, they correct this beat, is super close. When it gets you having no team. Right to the soul tip. Honey, they put it on down to ain't bringing no trophies. What about you in Texas? Big time again in Texas. And they got that thing big again into the city races. After all the Jimmy Bakers. For black gold. Now all of them in the black gold. Try to take your crown. Ready to make war. So you folks just go catch them later down.
You ain't bigger than me. Ain't God, ain't Christ, but boss bigger than me. You just another nigga to me. We breathe the same air, fuck you, richer than me. Ain't never been iller than me. I got bodies on the track, you ain't no killer than me. Just another nigga to me. We both will die one day, you ain't no different than me. You ain't no different than me. You ain't than me. Ain't God, it's like the father nigga to see. You ain't no different than me. You ain't no different than me. You ain't no different than me. We both gonna die one day. You ain't no different than me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Hebrews and Shebrews, the ISUPKs, the Lost Tribes, I am Dapper Down. I'm Officer 500 here to tell you the truth according to the Bible, the Black Jews, our God's chosen people. My narration describes a young boy that was pushing aside, and all he ever wanted was a little piece of the pie, but all he ever got was hate, hurt, being deprived, because of the system on his side, with his kind in mind, with the time he soon find by his friends and his foes, by his brothers in jail, by his sisters his hoes, while mama never was around to teach him stuff he should know, the type of stuff to keep his kids from being gangsters and hoes, was super pop shit, it was no different, kids without a father or a brother go pissing, not even a mother, he was raised by his brother, this was around the same time, it was something being coming. Meanwhile, mama here working OT. It's the only way she knew the little boy was going. It was hard in the city, so she moved down south. A few years after that, little boy moved out.
Our narration describes the lives of the lost tribes, and they still trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing their pride. Since we gotta do is stay alive. And still we rise. Our narration describes the lives of the lost tribes, and they still trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing their pride. Since we gotta do is stay alive. And still we rise. All religions aside, who was the time divinely inclined? Who decided to take the black image and white mind? Let's rewind time and find that ancient those were color line. Right before white Jesus had our people colorblind. We reside somewhere in the midst of ancient Palestine line. Unified with the power of Zion. Look out, because the righteous are as bold as a lion. I ain't sharp as iron, had it disappear like the minds. Cause we were rebellion, stubborn, stiff-necked, simple, defiant. We would worship other gods like the stars of Orion. Stepped away from laws of like that's why our people are dying. Put asleep to the sirens, wake up, the mother's crying out loud. The prophesied is a biblical sign throughout all lifetime, upon all bloodline. Deuteronomy 28, tell me I'm lying. Back to Egypt on ships, shamefully on our strive the lives of the lost tribes, and they still trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing their pride. Since we gotta do is stay alive. And still we rise. Our narration describe the lives of the lost tribes, and they still trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing their pride. Since we gotta do is stay alive.
Still blessed.
And still we rise.
Yo, see, I'm still on the side of darkness, now I'm let it go. What you know about me, even if my story didn't get told, I'm literally flow. Thoughts form quicker than most. I'm in the original, not another digital host. Love is pitiful because the pit is full, I suppose. You grasp beneath me, you're only about an inch from my toes. I ain't mad at you, my Pirelli lived through these flows. Mistaken for a weed in concrete, still I rose. Like some movie with the wrong narration. The picture that they made me describing our lives. Found out my enemy was the entire nation. The tribe was lost until we found the lost tribes. 9 to 5 working, the Friday not twerking. Brothers and sisters killing themselves to survive. You already swallowed the wrong pill in the matrix. The only way to escape it now is swallow your pride.
Our narration describes the lives of the lost tribes, and they still trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing their pride. Since we gotta do is stay alive. And still we rise. Our narration describes the lives of the lost tribes, and they still trying to survive. Working 9 to 5 to provide, swallowing their pride. Since we gotta do is stay alive. And still we rise. Still we rise. And still we rise. And still we rise.
I'm killing niggas, man. Word up, man. I'm helpless. Well, that's crazy as hell, Lord. You're strong, helpless.
What's like for one feel like me? What's like for one feel like me? What's like for a nigga like me? What's like for a nigga like me? What's like for a nigga like me? Rich guys, but it's just looking like me.
no joke, like the border crowd, one fight, blowing no smoke. You don't got enough for to say it ain't no hope in this fucked up world. I'm just trying to stay afloat. I grew up in the ghetto in the middle of the streets, H-E-L-L, the belly of the beast. Thanksgiving came around, I wasn't having no feast when the landlord talking about breaking out lease. God damn, what's next? I'm gonna fuck with your boy, you did it. In fact, I fucking ain't had nothing that I could have. Love, so I was looking for the money, it's like these drugs. Sometimes it seems like it's coming the day out. Every day I'm getting go there, it's getting played out. Being up in the million, trying to find a way out. Thinking for my sins, for my heart, getting out and that died. Niggas lost to have bad to say. He a big part of the reason I'm the man I am today. And moving on wasn't a move I wasn't trying to make, but I got sons now, so I gotta lead them out of straight. And even though success is looking unlikely, I stay mindfully and break nightly or remain doing the right thing like Spike Lee. What's hard in this life for a nigga like me? All my life I had to fight like my name so feel. Always had heart and my heart was gonna feel. When I stay in some trouble, always stay near. When you back in America, this fucking COVID, I can't lie. Some days I wanna break down and cry. For me and my people, to fight and stay alive. Cause living ain't living when you living to survive. Cause you living in hell till the heavens arrive. Now I mean,
What's like for a nigga like me?
like me.
What's like for a nigga like me?
Like me.
What's like for a nigga like me? What's like for a nigga like me? What's like for a nigga like me? Rich guys with emphasis looking like me. I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee. I know God, the one and all like me. Oh, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. What's like in this life for a nigga like me? Every day I gotta fight my demons. Wake up, thank God I'm breathing. Cause all night, man, it's America's dreaming. Trying to find a way to make it while surrounded by heathens. No stress long as I gotta cope and I mean. I'm blessed and I know the most high's the reason. But my house bleeding, my sleep is seeping. All the things that I've been peeping. Type of shit when you say fucking and sleeping. Cause when you was sleeping, grenades in. From the scalp cutting down over the weekend. Fresh out in the streets, left leaking. Laid out white sheet, mom's freezing. All lives that I have more meaning than another nigga dead in the paper I'm reading. Baby mama bitching every time that she's speaking. Talking like she's gonna take the kids, she's leaving. How we go from kids that ended up in the deep end? Sink or swim, lose or win, say no sin. Where does the change begin and end? When does the bullshit end? Cause I wake up in the morning, gotta do it again. Go to sleep, go to work, and just do it again. Damn. Can't pretend, so you stand out, it's hard to blend. And when I stand for, don't fold the bend. Cause I grew real folks who got too many friends. Cause when you speak the truth, then you tell offense. What I'm keeping is bent. Oh, please have mercy on me, amen.
It's time for my people to come together and rise up. The only way we gonna take our royalty back, man, is if we do just that, man. Take it back. Kwame Ashala, nigga. Some of us rise out our own president. The wise man told me each one teach one. So I need you to reach out to your brothers and sisters and teach them, man. No reason we should still begin on some trees in this day and age, man. So please have mercy on me.
I was like Richard Harder, I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal, vicious, and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me. Lynch, Carver, no, I'm Alexander, he's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never anybody like me. I'm Tony Lipton, I'm Jack Tipsy, there's no one like I'm from Neighborhood. There's no one that can match me. Your affiliation, why they thinking this ain't cultivating? They never hear everything imitation. I be vacillating while they saying like legalization on radio stations. I just pray the Lord give me babies. Yes, I'm running through the feather like my name is Arabian. Shit ain't no these rappers, none of five is not occupation. You come in with your best troops, and let's bring more. Already told you I got the troops like a windfall. Already know it, I'm not the truth that your men fall. Everyone know that we got the truth for your men falls. So the laws overtaking our enemies. Moves calculated and orchestrated like symphonies. Smooth operated, but bringing haters to misery. Top five, this ain't shit unless you mention me. Yeah, that's why we gon' associate. Some niggas making more fuck niggas while they procreate. While they go ahead, but their time is short, the moment late. Let it go and late till they hard racing and overtake. Cowards perpetrate like
respect it. Who is respectable? Talking intellectual, all you want sexual. Faggots.
There's no other come from their course. There's no other can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat your soul.
And the perfect I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to fellowship. I ain't trying to battle with you. Ain't treating you hate. Ain't the truth keep it real with you. Fitness in the tape. I got no problem. All they hands with you. All that bullshit. You can take it over there with you. Rather be a house boy. I don't know what you feel. Nigga, show them the good work. Move out and touch hills. Nigga, take it to your soul. Bring you like a make it live. Nigga, no affiliation. So we go to the bad with us. Took the Lord's laws. Nigga, ain't never been. Nigga, ain't put a body. Cause you know like killing ain't quicker. With these bars, I'm on my Christmas. So bear witness. You spit cold. I spit flu. Don't get pair sickness. You cross diamond. I cross French. You get pair dentist. You we been the bullshit. We ain't Christian. Harm on the bus. Get this whip like the gun got a belt with it. I'm bred different. The competition just the middle. I'm fed different. I stood front line on fields. I'm blood different. I'd rather be a corpse than a cow. I'm blood different. Shit, I'm blood different. Come through like a juggernaut, so don't get in the way. And we take everything serious. What to play? I wonder now what they gonna say. Shit, we make profits off the shooters like the NBA. This slave, switch the sides, nigga, we ain't on the same page. I made it look successful. This nigga's bitch made. I'm sticking with the foundation where my bricks lay. Switch sides, I'd rather switch games. You was never with us, nigga. Just know we gon' mission, nigga. Right here on the scriptures, nigga. Let you put the pistol, nigga. How you want it? You can get spiritual physics, nigga. Wrong was to come against or bring a homie with you. No affiliation. When you see us, make the difference with us. No affiliation. When you see us, know we different, nigga. No affiliation. So no, you can't kick it with us. The wrong ones to come against, bring a army with you. If you put me in the street,
Fucking car out here. Come on, burn up and celebrate with y'all out here. Yeah, yeah. Skinny, get a motherfucking bitch. Yeah, sit up in the church, you a motherfucking bitch. I knew you in the first, what I can do in the flesh. Turn you 2 rounds of fire, never quit. Never motherfucker, we going down, so what's the purpose? Sit there hanging around these clowns, get out the surface. If you cross that line, then you get lit up the worst. It's all black curses, finish with black earth. Yeah, lots on sight with medics and mad nurses. Leave us out your verses. Go on that counter, ready for that bullshit. Trying to light medics. You want me some Adderall? I'm like, it's like I transformed the food to the food. Come up with a strategy, maximizing calories. Courage and peace, they battling like a masterpiece. Find out who took that nigga off to the athlete. See the bar in his life away rapidly. Take the knee for your majesty, take it to hate it savagely. I tried in the rapper, but I got that this happened. Keep it burning like gravity in the middle of this endless horror. I see calamity, starting up with my family. Murder rappers, humanity, also know that they casualty. They work sweet, sticking they mouth, they causing cavity. Yeah, it's important. Outside, you in the crib, let me go outside. I get it on outside. From the dust to the dawn outside, from the dawn outside. Catch you right when they drawn outside, cause it's a war outside. My school's drawn outside, that's capital and you better be on outside, cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside, you in the crib, let me go outside. I get it on outside.
set when you ain't plug, cuz man, blood gets spilled like that. Niggas saying really they a plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap built like that, cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that, run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that, acting like you paying for the set when you ain't plug, cuz man, blood gets spilled like that. Niggas saying really they a plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap built like that, cause niggas get killed like that. All my niggas ride for me. All my niggas ride with me. I got niggas that'll die for me. All my niggas ride with me. Niggas say
Let's have fun with it.
Y'all can't fuck with us on no level. They snitches, man. Let me tell you something. Talking about, I'm calling the police. If you have a warrant, I'm turning you in. Jesus Christ had a warrant, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? Judas ass niggas turn them in for 30 shekels. That's that $2,000 reward. All y'all pussy and y'all hate your people. If I didn't do it, I know you'd be mad at me. But this what they wanted, so this what it had to be. I got a brother who feels like a cavalry. They need to hang that shit up like a gallery. Everything that they be teaching is fallacy. Actually, they have a less Christianity. All of that verbal no originality. So we be questioning your sexuality. Cut all the noise, kill all the faggots for you to police. That's the reality. Financial school of police brutality. I just not messing with one like an allergy. Turn on the news, see all the brutality. Muscle the battery, all the fatalities. Put on a bag, they murderers happily. Not being good for morality. Can't for women, I do my strategy. See the mentality, modern day parity. Products are actually this insanity. Came from a western, you have your identity. Two like the hand in the second is blasphemy. These niggas crazy. Like split personalities, arresting a nigga. They teach on the Sabbath day, white supremacy. All in your spirituality, I aim to get them. So make a fatality, loyalty, not the design for anatomy. You are the straight from the hard nationality. I know that this gotta hurt like a cavity. Go on, can I see you look like a vanity? Indirect this, y'all think this is cowardly. Y'all niggas pussy, this gon' carry you. No close to killing like Cassidy. Close to the head, so I hop on the balcony. And you niggas sit on the municipality. NYPD will be paying them hourly. You cannot skate with this side of the galaxy. You cannot fuck with us in no capacity. What much your father, you're leaving your accuracy. Honestly, there is no place that I'd rather be. You think they're ready for war like a Mac and be home with a future. I'll die for my family. All these cats is bitches. They fuck with us on no level. They snitches, man. Let me tell you something. Talking about, I'm calling the police. If you have a warrant, I'm turning you in. Jesus Christ had a warrant, nigga. Judas ass niggas turn them in for 30 shekels. That's that $2,000 reward. All y'all pussy and y'all hate your people. Bitch.
Okay, we sit here with Officer Khanazar, member of the ISUPK, coming out of 1 West 125th Street,
Right.
sitting in the studio. A couple of questions I'm going to throw at you.
All right.
Not yet. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Give me Exodus 4:22.
Can you hear me?
And why the hell did you try to take this Bible and use this Bible? But you stupid as hell, you dumb as hell. This Bible is what's going to condemn you. Because this is the book of the Israelite. You should have destroyed this book, you dumb so-called white people. Instead of going around and trying to use the Bible is the book that's going to destroy your world.
Excuse me, everyone, I have a brief announcement to make. Jesus was black, Ronald Reagan was the devil, and the government is lying about 9/11. Thank you for your time, and good night.
Mama. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatuh. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatuh. No one was worse, they tried to keep it on the low from all my customers, they gon' so I'ma give them love. Blinded by the dope, can't see clearly through the smoke, they tried to see us on that show, I thought they buried it, they wanna see us over, cause they can't control the joke, but I can feel it in my soul, they gon' get free from what they saw. Try to stop us over, they cannot achieve it, so I can feel it in my soul, they get free from what they saw.
Give me the scripture that says, so hands on your head, and our Father heard it live. Give me that. Give me Ezekiel 9:4 real fast. We'll start with that. Yeah, God.
Get your life right, cause it's the last call. Christ coming back and he's gonna judge us all. It can happen while you shopping, walk around the mall. Where you from? Where you at? Babylon 4. Lose your head by the sword, all play is low. You hear the drum beats? We in the midst of war, but it's a holy one. I speak the holy tongue. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatuh. I got the most high power. I ain't here to run. I'll be out here repping till the kingdom come. His rights for the children. They hear me, they can feel it where I'm coming from. But now they fuck everybody from the Catholic Church to Illuminati. Christ coming back, now they have not try to want to get you in the crowd to knock me. But you thought that I wasn't gonna throw my voice in? Fuck all of y'all, white Jesus boys. No one was so just tried to keep it on the low from all my customers.
Yeah, y'all. We live out here. We speak. I'm preaching General Hazayan. I'm gonna say slacking for the late start. Yeah, I know we got people that's been on for a minute waiting for the show to start, but you know we coming with the truth, man, of the Lord, man. I know right now some tumultuous times, y'all. A lot of things going on, man. But I want to say this to y'all. Even with all these things going on, the Lord said something about us in His truth, how we'll be safe during these times. These things must happen. All this going on right now must happen. And it must happen to bring down the kingdom of our oppressor, to bring forth Christ's kingdom. What we've been saying since 1969 in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohanan. You understand? These things has to happen. But I'm going to touch on certain parts, you know what I mean, on, you know, our people nowadays, we joining in these so-called protests and marching, and we've been doing it with our oppressor. You understand? And if you look, our situation is still the same as we do it each and every time. You understand? Give me the scripture, brother, where it says, "Though hand join the hand." Because you join the hand with your so-called oppressor and these marches and all these things. Let me tell you something. They ain't got the same agenda as you. They ain't suffering the same as you. You know what they doing? They plotting to overthrow the government because they want things done their way in this land. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Right. Nothing at all. You understand? Nothing at all, man. This here is a plot. You understand? That they got against their own kind. That's all it is, man. But they're using you as a pawn to set the stage, which is why they set these riots and these protests all across this country the way they did. All right? With that being said, let me know when you got the scripture, brother.
Okay.
Come on.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21.
Everybody listen real careful to the scripture with the Lord bringing out here. Go ahead, warrior.
Though hand join in hand.
Say it again.
Though hand join
so
in hand. So
you running around downtown or whatever city you're in, you hand join in hand with these other nations. You understand? Especially our so-called oppressor. Excuse me, Slocky. Join hands with them. Go ahead.
The wicked shall not be unpunished.
Why the Lord said the wicked shall not be unpunished? Because even though you join hands with them, they still the seed of a wicked people who have done wicked things to your people. So because you join hand in hand, it's not going to excuse them for the wrath that the Lord got coming for their oppression for what they've done to us. And all these nations, man. They're all going to suffer. And they're suffering right now, but it's going to get worse. And when Christ comes return, brother, let me tell you, some slavery coming. But because you join hand with them, no. I saw a tape this morning that General Mayaka Alaka put out on Facebook. And there was a store that was, destroyed. And the sister was like arguing with a Christian for what the caption said. And she said, don't judge me. She said, you one of them coons that love them so-called pure white people that done all this evil, destruction, and death thoughts. You be down with them, man, forget you and them. I'm being nice about what she said. She said actually something else. You understand? Now is the time that we're able to join the hand with our oppressor. At all. At all. Because they're not going to go unpunished. They're not. Now, brother, give me the one scripture, the actual, where the Lord says, they're going to say our fathers inherited lives.
Oh, God. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19.
Go ahead.
Oh, Lord, my strength.
Hold on one second. Let me go there. Let me get there with you. Hold on. Hold on. Boom. Go up to verse 17.
God. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 17. For mine eyes are upon all their ways.
The Lord said his eyes are upon all their ways. The Lord is seeing what's going on. The Lord been seeing what's going on with us in this land called America. Under our oppression. All the evil he's doing, man. You understand? All the evil he's doing to us. They just shot the brother Aubrey. Cold-blooded murder. Cold-blooded. They choked this man out the way they did with George Floyd, man. And listen, as I sat there, and I know many of y'all sat there and watched the tape. At first, I couldn't watch the tape. It took a minute for me to be able to look at the tape. I couldn't watch it. I kept saying, no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't look at it. But when I sat there and finally watched that tape and what he did to that brother, he had, and you notice, he had his hands in his pocket. What does that signify to you? What does that signify to y'all? If you somewhere, right, Malak, you somewhere and you got your hands in your pocket, that makes you feel what? You're what? No. Just think about you for a second. And you somewhere and you got your hands in your pocket. You what?
Just chilling.
Yes! You chilling. You comfortable. This cat was comfortable doing what he was doing, man. He was just chilling. It was nothing to him, in other words. And when I saw that, the disgust started really rising up inside of me for what I saw, man. Like, they comfortable in this land of doing what they're doing, man. And all these riots and all these protests going on, not going to change it, man. They talking about reform, and they change the training, they change the laws. Change what training? Is what I want to know. Because you realize that we not stupid people. Malachi, we ain't dumb.
Right.
Change what training, Malachi? What they gonna change? Let me tell y'all something. We come from all walks of life in ISUPK. Everybody do. What training is gonna change? They've been taught cops that you don't put your knee in somebody's neck. It goes in the shoulder blade. They've been told cops that you don't handcuff somebody and leave them on the stomach because they can asphyxiate and die. They've been told that. I taught the fucking classes when I was a police officer in the East Off world. I taught the exact same thing on what you don't do. So they've been there. Only thing we got to do, man, is separate, man. It's called separation. Total. Read that scripture from the top, brother.
God. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 17. For mine eyes are upon all their ways.
Let me tell you something. When it comes to black and Spanish Indians, man, you know, they make laws to beat the laws they already got. They don't respect the laws when it comes to us. They break everything and lie and try to cover things up. Go ahead.
They are not hid from my face.
The Lord see all these things. Go ahead.
Neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes.
Go ahead.
And first I will recompense their iniquity.
Let me tell you something. The Lord dealing with them, man. The Lord, do you think these things going on in this land right now is not coming from the Most High? I'm talking about everything, y'all. I'm talking about from the earthquakes, the wildfires, the tornadoes, the floods. The Lord doing all these things, man. But you don't see and understand because you're not following the truth. You're not, seeing the Lord ain't open your eyes yet, man. That's why we tell everybody to get up in this school here, man, and learn the right way. Go ahead.
Verse 18. In the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had defiled my land.
Who's the land they talking about? I'm talking about you, Israel. You. Blacks, Hispanic, Native American. You're the ones being defiled. Defiled by their political system, religious system. You understand? They court systems. Their knowledge. You're being defiled by it. You're being defiled by, living like how they say live and doing what they say do. You're being defiled by it. You're being defiled by joining them. You're being defiled. Continue.
They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of the detestable and abominable things.
That's that Christian church. That's that Muslim mosque. You understand? That's that Republican and Democrat. Vote or die. Doing all this going on, Malaka, they still talking about we got to go ahead and vote.
Right.
Brothers need to get out there and vote people out of office. So we got to vote Trump out of office and vote somebody else in there. Are you kidding me? Voting ain't gonna change nothing. Voting never changed nothing as far as us in the ghetto. From the time we entered into this country to now, voting has not changed us and how we live and what we do as a people. I'm talking about collectively as a people, as a whole, not individually, as a whole, because we all one as a whole. You understand? As a whole. That's why cats get money trying to move out the ghetto. Because the ghetto always stay the same. Continue reading.
Verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies.
Now there's gonna come a time they're gonna say, damn, we inherited lies. We done done this all this. These are the Lord's chosen people. And look at what we have done to them. Look at what we have done to the Lord's chosen people. Damn, we're gonna get punished for this here. And that's coming. That is coming. This is just a taste. All this going on out here, all the lawlessness according to Esau's law that's going on out here, it is a small taste of what's gonna happen out here. A small taste. You understand? For what they've done to us. It's punishment coming. It's punishment coming. You understand? It's punishment. Now, with that being said, drop that, right? We're going to drop this right here. And what I want you to do, brother, I want you to cue up the video, if you have it, or if you can find it quickly. If not, then let me know, of George Floyd, and the murder of George Floyd. And what's the other scripture I actually hold for me? This should have been one after inherited lives. We're going on something about oppression. Oppression make a wise man mad.
Proverbs 11.
Let me know if you got that one right there. All right.
I think it was Ezekiel 9:4.
Ezekiel 9:4. Hold that one. I'm gonna pause for that one for right now. But I want the one which says oppression make a wise man mad. We can go there, all right? All right, let's go there. Let's read that, brother.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
You wanna know why, man? You know, in the ISMK, we say the things we say, right? Because of the oppression, man. You understand? And these young brothers and sisters out here that's, you know, doing certain things. Well, I don't condone it. I don't condone the looting. We don't condone the looting in the ISMK. But they're oppressed, man. And they know they're oppressed. They understand that they're being oppressed. And they know who's doing the oppression. They know the oppressor is the so-called, right, man, Edomites. They know who's doing it. And they mad about it. But the issue of how they're doing it, that's the part that we got to get into our people to fix. We got to fix that part there. You know what I mean? Instead of looting and burning, what they should be doing, what they should be, just hold it. Hold that video and pause. Just hold it. Hold that video and pause. Because look at this right here. Oppression make a wise man mad, right? You see this here? The one cat is on his neck, but two other officers right here on the rest of his body, where he can't move. Right? Where he can't move. They tell you in training, hold on, I'm diverting right now real fast. Let me show you something. In training, the first thing you learn is you don't do this here. Once you got this man down, he cuffed, it's over. This here and this here, these two down here on him, don't need to be on a part of his body. Because they teach you when you land a man down and he cuffed, he can asphyxiate quickly. So you got to get him in roll. You can't let him lay on his stomach. That's what they teach you. That's training, right? Look at what they're doing, man. All three of them right there. Three of them. And they stayed there for a long period of time until that man died. Now, I feel sorry for the brother George Floyd, man, and his family. And my condolences go out to him and his family, you know what I mean, for what they had to suffer. Because that should not have happened. You understand? But you wonder why these young brothers out here mad. I understand being mad. I feel the anger inside them. I feel it too. But because of what I learned in Commander Yohana and his ISUPK, I do understand it's a different way of doing it, a different way of going about it. You understand? It's crazy because I think about what's going on. I'm gonna go for a minute, y'all. And I gotta bring this out. I'm just gonna have to bring this out. Just bear with me. I come from both sides of the fence. I grew up in the ghetto in the hood. And I grew up in the ghetto in the hood hating police because of what they saw. I saw them do. And then, lo and behold, in my lifetime, I became one. And I was one for a period of time. And got kind of good at what I was doing. I was training officers to do certain things. So I know both sides of the fence. And even then, you know, certain things happened that I wouldn't allow happen when I was around. That's because I met Commander Jimmy Holland and was in class about brotherhood. The one thing they taught me was that that's still your brother at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing at your job. So my eyes now was like, even though they did something, I wasn't trying to hurt them at all. And I got belittled for that. I got berated for that. Cats came at me all the time about, you got to stop playing with these cats. I'm going to tell you one conversation in particular where God told me in particular, these are verbatim with the words still sticking in my mind. He said, yo, you got to stop playing with these niggas out here, man. Start taking their asses out. Stop playing, man. Stop giving them different chances on what you're doing. Stop playing. And I remember that conversation to this day. And in my mind, when he said it to me, I said, man, let me tell you something. They still my people no matter what at the end of the day. They still a brother. Right. You understand? And he was like, man, fuck that. I said, no, fuck that, what you saying. And they still brothers. You better remember that at the end of the day. Y'all still the same people. Like that was our conversation we had back and forth. You understand? About dealing with your own kind. It's a shame when what happened, like I said to the family, and I apologize. I ain't saying I apologize, but I feel bad for them, man. It just fucks my head up a little bit because I lived that life on both sides. You understand? And what for this truth? And I thank the Most High, Commander Jihada, he changed my life. When I had left that job, I had no blood on my hands. I talk about that all the time. I left that gig, I had no blood on my hands. I was thanking the Lord for that, man. You know what I mean? When I could have come up with the same, you hear the same verbatim, the whole rhetoric they use. He did this, he did that. He moved this way. They teach you that, man. And I was told, you say this, you say that, you do this, you do that, and you'll get away with it. And it'll be a clean shoot. But I left that gig thankful that I didn't have to do that. And the reason why I didn't have to do that is because I learned from ISUPK. The reason why I never pulled my trigger when I could have, it was because of the ISUPK. You understand? Knowing even though I got this damn uniform on, and every time I go to work, it pisses me the fuck off, I'm mad as shit, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And I'm dealing with certain things. I know what Commander Jihada always stuck in my head. They still your brothers. They still your brothers, Haas. They still your brothers out here, man. They still your brothers. And because of that, I always had mercy on my brothers no matter what happened. You understand? No matter what happened. And I thank the Lord for that, man. I thank the Lord for that. You understand? With that being said, man, let's go to the scripture pool. Tell me about where you at again.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Mm-hmm. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
So now these young brothers out here, they mad and upset, man. Being oppressed. You understand? What they need is this truth. And for every officer, trooper, know that we got more work to do, man. More streets to hit, more camps, more classes, more being ready to go get our people out of hell. Continue.
Oh God. And a gift destroyeth the heart.
And a what, brother?
A gift destroyeth the heart.
Money. That's why they sent them so-called leaders. They sent Reverend Coon down there, Al Sharpton, to try to calm the people down. They ain't trying to hear that, man. Too many times things have happened with us, and you send our reverends, give them money, and to go down there to try to calm us down, man. A gift destroyeth the heart. Go ahead.
Oh God,
that was it. Most High in Christ. Now, let's get about what you gotta realize about who Esau is, man. Who our oppressor is. And what is his agenda? What is he about? You gotta know who your enemy is, man. This cat's slick. He's cunning. You understand? Give me Genesis 25 and 27 first.
Genesis chapter 25, verse 27. Mm-hmm. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
Esau. Who was Esau? In Hebrew, Esau is Aishah, which means red. Who's that? Our oppressor, the so-called white man. It says he's a cunning hunter. What does it mean to be cunning? It means you think before you hunt. You understand me? You plot before you hunt. You sit down and devise a strategy or a game plan before you hunt. You understand? That's who he is. He's a cunning hunter. Don't forget that as we go along here. Because as we go through this thing, you're going to see and understand why this is very important for you to see and for you to understand about him. Continue reading.
Come. A man of the field.
Go ahead. A man of the field, meaning this is a cat here who's in the fields. He's so cunning in the field, he'll go lay for a while, and he invented something called deer piss that he sprays on his body when he out hunting deer. So when the deer is sniffing, the deer don't smell him, he smell the piss. That's being a cunning hunter. That's thinking of devising a strategy on how to get some things done. That's Esau. You understand? Our oppressor, he does that. Drop that, give me Genesis 27, verse 40.
Genesis chapter 27, verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
Go ahead, by thy what?
Thy sword shalt thou live.
Go ahead.
And shalt serve thy brother.
Meaning they gonna live by the sword, man. Meaning what? They're gonna rule by the sword. Rule by weapons. What does America do? Or any of these so-called Edomite countries, they go in there and crush and kill and make you serve them by the sword. Today's time will be the gun, all these missiles, your military might. That's how they rule, man. They rule by the sword. Now I'm giving you all these things about Esau, about who they are. It's important to know. You understand? Keep on reading.
And it shall come to pass.
No, stop right there, brother. Stop right there. Give me Revelation 13, 9 and 10.
Revelations chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
If any man have a what?
An ear, let him hear.
I mean, if you got understanding, this is what it's talking about. Hear what's being told to you. Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Who leads us into captivity? What's the history of our living in America? We brought here in captivity. We lived in captivity. From the time we were born here to this day. How do you say be in captivity to this day? It might not be physical like how they did back during that time, but for sure it's mental. And even certain parts is physical. Guess what? A lot of our brothers and sisters in jail. And a lot of them in jail on some trumped up charges, falsely imprisoned the whole nine, man. We still in captivity to this day. Mental captivity meaning you believe in what they tell you, their doctrines and their philosophies, their way of life, man. That's mental captivity right there. Go ahead.
Okay. Shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword.
Say it again.
He that killeth with the sword.
Who killed with the sword, man? Who? Who kills with the sword? Nobody but our person. He'll kill you with that sword. That weapon on that hip that he got, on that gun belt he got, is a warning to you. You cross that line, I will take you out with this weapon. To enforce the laws, you know what I mean, that's supposed to be enforced in this country. He will kill with the sword. He has done that. Let me tell you something. When I looked at the Philando Castile murder, man, and I watched that tape from beginning to end, that cat had every intention going to that car of doing something. If you look at the tape of Philando Castile, the partner on the right-hand side was in a comfortable mode. He was chilling. He even had his hands in his goddamn pocket when he approached the car. He was like not even worried about what's going on. Next thing you know, the shots went off. He looked like, what the hell going on here? Because that officer had every intent in his head to go do some damage. You can tell he was afraid. And when a man is afraid, he's going to do some things that he should not be doing. And he did it. They're going to rule with the sword and kill with the sword. Continue reading, brother.
Okay. Must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
You understand? Let me tell you something, man. The Lord said, he killed with a sword, he must be killed with a sword. There's a lot of brothers out here saying, talking about going to do certain things, that I'm going to get my gun, I'm going to go bust and shoot cops and all that. No, that is the wrong mindset. Because you're not going to win. It's not going to happen. You think by doing certain things, you're going to get justice. We've been doing this stuff since the 60s, y'all. We've been rioting since the 60s. Have we gotten justice yet? We've been marching since the 60s. Have we gotten justice yet? They have changed laws because of what people are doing. Has it changed for us yet? No, it has not. The one thing that we haven't done, even with our Christianity and with our Islam, we have not now done what the Lord said do. You understand me? Because in Christianity, you got Christians hating and killing Christians. In Islam, you got Muslims hating and killing Muslims. It happens. But in the truth, it ain't supposed to be that way. You understand me? In the truth, you're supposed to love your brothers and sisters, man. When Yahweh said, love thy neighbor as yourself, what was he talking about, y'all? This is what's going to fix the ghetto. This. Malachi, hold where you at, and go to the scripture where Christ said, love thy neighbor as yourself, and then give me Leviticus, the 19th chapter. Then give me that.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law. Yahweh said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt love thy what?
Thy neighbor as thyself.
Love your neighbor as yourself, man. Meaning what? You're going to love your brothers and sisters. Now, where did Christ get that? A Christian will have you be there and tell you that this is pertaining to the people you live next to. Now, where did Christ get that from? Let's find out, man. Give me Leviticus 19 to 17.
Okay. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Now we know the book of Leviticus is in the Old Testament. Yeah, I mean, one of the first 5 books. The Torah is what they say. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Both religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, supposed to follow this here, right? Read it again.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Go ahead.
And not suffer sin upon him.
You see that? That's what Christ said, man. This is how we get to these young brothers out here that's doing these things, man. Stop hating your own brothers and sisters, man. Now, we got all these great religions and philosophies with all these members, but they still killing one another, hating one another. Still committing murder to one another. Still selling drugs to one another. Still having sex with other brothers and women, man. Women whoring themselves out. And all these religions and doctrines. Child abuse. Pedophilia going on out here. And all these philosophies and doctrines, man.
Right.
We got to go get our people out of them things, man. How do we change? How do we change our condition? By doing what the Lord say do, man. And learn how to truly love one another. Because your enemy knows how to be slick. Your enemy is cunning. He's a cunning hunter. He knows how to subdue you. Let me tell you something. They put all these lustful things in front of you and put it in front of you so you can go want them things all the time. That's why. That's why you got it, man.
Right.
That's why they're here. He's a cunning hunter, man. You understand? He's cunning. Now, drop that Malachi. You understand? Let's go to Job 9 and 24.
Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Read it again,
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Go ahead.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Now, let me take that scripture and I'm going to apply it to right now. When you're looking at these protests out here, right? And more, the Lord is uncovering who's really doing them. Who's breaking windows, spray painting things. Who's doing that? It ain't black people. It's your oppressors. It's the other side of America's government who wants to overthrow America's government. That's what's going on. And you caught in the middle. They use your plight, your murder, your killing, the racism against you, and you're caught in the middle. You understand? You're caught in the middle. That's why you see, if you look closely, during this time going down, you see all these white nationalists down there. They the ones doing these things out there, man. They doing it. And they're using you as a pawn. You would know these things if the Lord ain't open up your eyes, man. And why do you think people are now seeing these things? Why? Why he's showing brothers and sisters now on the internet about people in these protests doing things that are not of you. That have nothing to do with these things. You understand me? Because now is the time to open up your eyes to see, to learn that Esau's a cunning hunter, man. You understand? This ain't about George Floyd. To them it's about a chance to overthrow the government, which they hate. Continue reading.
If not, where and who is it?
Now, you know, we break this down by saying the earth is given to the hands of wicked. Who control the earth right now? Who ruled the earth? Esau, the so-called oppressor, man. Not just so-called, but the oppressor. You understand? He ruled the earth. If not, who is he? And who covered the face of the judges? We know by history and through the Renaissance era that the so-called white man, he took the faces of the prophets, you understand, from back then and covered and whitewashed them. You understand me? Now, he's doing the same thing with his riot and protests. He goes to the riot and protest about a brother being killed. They cover their faces up so they can't be seen, like they're part of the protest, a part of the injustice, and commit murder and mayhem and chaos. If not, who else is doing it? They doing it. You don't hear about the Hamites doing it. Africans not doing it. The Chinese not doing it. Who's doing it? Who cover their faces up here and doing the things that he would make it seem like it's a good protest and they all love, you know, Brother Floyd and what happened to Brother Floyd. But no, they got a different agenda, man. Which is why all the chaos is going on across this country. They organize this because they are a cunning hunter. You understand me? They are cunning in what they do. Any more of that scripture, brother? All right, give me Job 12, 6 and 8.
Job chapter 12, verse 6. Mm-hmm. The tabernacles of robbers prosper.
Who the tabernacles of robbers, man? That's the so-called white man, man. The oppressor. He the tabernacle robber. He done stole God's chosen people. And got him here in this land called America. He prospering in it, man. Prospering in it. But he's using you as a pawn. You the pawn he using, man. The tabernacle of robbers prosper. The so-called white man stole God's people's country, their identity, the whole nine, and they prospering in it. Go ahead.
And they that provoke God are secure.
They secure. Meaning Esau don't think nothing gonna happen to them in their kingdom. And the Most High let them go for a reason. Now is that time. Now the Lord's showing his hand now. First he hit him with the COVID-19, crippled everything. The COVID-19 crippled everything, Malaki. Right. You couldn't even dare move. Everybody afraid to go outside, X, Y, Z. You understand? And right when they think they done beat the Lord in COVID-19, here come this here. The Lord is making these things happen. Because we in them last days and times. But you gotta know who you dealing with, man. Y'all don't know who y'all dealing with. You think, okay, every cop ain't good. To say every cop ain't good is ignorant. Are you kidding me? If you a so-called police officer and you see something bad going on and you know what's going on and you letting it go on, you part of the problem as well. So why can't we say all cops is evil? All of them evil, man. They all know what's going on. And ain't nothing stopping it, man. Continue.
Come. And to whose hand God bringeth abundantly. Mm-hmm. But ask now the beasts, mm-hmm. and they shall teach thee, mm-hmm. and the fowls of the air.
We can stop right there, bro. I don't want to go into all that. Let's talk about the animals. Gonna know who they are. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be able to tell you who the evil nerds of tabernacles and robbers are, who they are, and that's so-called white man. We know that. But that being said, y'all, we're gonna take one quick break, one quick song. Be right back. Let the Hebrews speak.
You cross the line, you gon' catch the bait. My nigga strong, no checks, no
mother niggas sweet like dilate. Sweet tank color, brown sugar like Sinalate. Every time I move, righteous demonstration. All I deny is say, oh, my brother's glorious, true warriors. The label swung down and death tickets can't stop till we notorious. Thrown in my way, with a supreme audience. Proud ass nigga get exiled, or rotary around my brooks.
You already know what it is. You are 44 back again. You can't stop, put it down for
My brooks.
I'm always straight so that's right, bitch, with your shit.
That's right.
TV, my brothers, you know, what it is, man. You know, bitch, all we all take these from the front.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. My brain like the ladder house. This cage real with my men, nigga. I can take the fake with the treacherous mouth. Take the God is all love, we don't believe that. Give a damn about the 2 cents, fuck your feedback. I give it all for my brothers, they deserve. Excuses for my niggas, they striving to be perfect. Sacrifice whatever fall, they never own. You be cake, we click tight like we be a joke. Don't make me go to the end, it's what a widespread joke. Nigga on the top shelf, but I spill it with the low. One for the flow, nigga, everybody know. All the other rolling with the beers, fuck the road. Say you down for the cause, gotta show me. Stay tall and do not look, remain calm when everything you pop up. Your nigga like David Jones, locker. More bars than Central Locker. No competition, only glory in the distance for my brothers.
Keep it up there. No sign. No sign.
The sound is not up. Yeah, the sound is not up. Well, now we can hear. I think it should be straight now.
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
So start up from the top of it, from right here. Okay.
After that, I didn't go anywhere, so that people not even out here doing it. After people didn't see the video about it. So, that's me. I mean, this is what this protest. Protest like my business. Like, let's go. The next business is protest outside there. Protest city hall. Protest outside there. Instead of just ransacking everything, because I'm quite sure this is not what you're doing. So, you know.
So they got the right to do this?
Yeah, I understand that. It's absolutely fucked up what happened to Floyd in Minneapolis. But that's like, what happens across the country. I lived in Baltimore when Freddie Gray was murdered.
So do you think that this is going to get us any justice for what happened?
I don't feel like I have the right to comment on how people show their outrage, right? You know, the whole system is built to fuck so many people over, especially black and brown people. So, you know, looting and rioting is like a way of saying, you know, fuck you, this doesn't work for me.
So last thing, right? Considering how we go through so much oppression by the system, and it's anything that was done to us, like in the space in this land, by white race, like slavery, mass incarceration, drugs, pushing other people. Do you feel like the white race is an enemy to the black race?
I hope that people are able to come together across race lines and encourage it, especially for one group of people, especially for everybody in this country. And it doesn't mean that, you know, even lots of white people who value white supremacy and propagate the system, like, you know, to be to further oppress black and brown people in this country.
I mean, I understand but this is not a problem. This is not doing this. It's not, this is not the right way to do things. We're telling African people like this is how to allow it. Look at all these gangs. This is not how you feel. This is ridiculous. I have still respect for what people are doing. You said the African black person is female, is white, and you said it's here. It's stolen.
You know how all this escalated?
It escalated from the young man who got killed. With the cops and still on his other hand. It's only protection for that. But not this. This is ridiculous.
So we're trying to get rid of something.
Why do you think they look their job, because the race is still in this. I had an election years ago. They were the police officer. They could have lifted a black youth. They could have blacked out and used it now. They could have. We had that 20-some years ago. This is not the way to do it.
It's 66 million people out there asking. You think separate from
This is not their work, this guy. People get involved with people. Even though people think this is a great nationality, we all think the same thing. It's sad.
That's it. That as always, if you get sorry,
All right, go back. Let's go. Go ahead. Now, can you hear me?
Concept.
Now, y'all hear what's being said, right? You hear what's being said. Let me tell you something. And matter of fact, Malaki, give me 2 Corinthians 10, verse 4. This has got to be done. Throughout all of these things going on, throughout the people knowing, each interviewee that the brothers interviewed saw and knew why the protest started. They saw and knew why. What was it? A white officer had his knee in the neck of a black man that was handcuffed, and he died because the oxygen didn't go to that brain. He killed that man, right? But his hands in the pocket, chilling, being comfortable doing it. Am I correct? That's what happened. That's what the picture shows. Right? Now, with that being said, each interviewee, the things they said, even though they upset and hurt one another, I'm going to exclude the so-called white man because his whole philosophy and doctrine of being there is not because of, him caring about us, but he got a whole different agenda of being there. And that's to destroy the establishment that he's fighting against. Like I said, it's two sides fighting against each other in the land called America. Black man, you ain't got nothing to do with either one of them. Neither one of them. But the Jakes, you can hear the what out of them, Malachi? The anti.
Right.
The anti was coming out of them. You understand me? The anti. Neither one of them wanted to say, separate from the white man. When the sister was asked that question, brother, do you think separation is the key? She went back to Christianity. You understand me? That's exactly what she went back to. Now, we're going to combat that Christianity. Go to 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, brother.
2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Say it again.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Meaning, our weapons of our warfare, we ain't going to fight this war that we fighting with weapons. You understand? We ain't going to win by having weapons. This is how you going to win this warfare in this battle we fighting right now. Go ahead.
But mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
To the what?
To the pulling down of strongholds.
How do we pull down these strongholds? By teaching this truth all over the earth. That's how you pull down strongholds. What them two, Jake said, and even the Edomite, all that was Christianity. All of it was. That's the stronghold that's on our people that got to be pulled down. And you ain't going to do it by having a weapon. But spiritually, we got to do it by teaching this truth, by going out here on them street corners, put some work in to teach this truth. Continue reading, brother.
Come. Casting down imaginations.
What's the imagination, man? That Christianity, that's the imagination. We're going to cast it down, man. Go ahead.
And every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God.
Christianity and all the philosophies and doctrines that hold themselves against the Lord. You understand? Christianity and all them high doctrines that try to come against the word of the Lord. Go ahead.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
We're going to bring everything into this truth, man. That's the thought, the obedience of Christ, the truth, man. Bringing everything in here. Hold on 1 second. All right, that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to address one thing, and I'm going to make sure y'all get this here, all right? Give me Acts 17:26. Because when Officer Malachi asked her, should we separate from all nations, right? And I hear this a lot. And it's time to address it biblically. I hear it a lot about we all the same blood. We all bleed red. We are human beings. We all X, Y, Z. But the Bible don't support what they say. That war that's covering our eyes got to be taken off. So now with that being said, we're going to address it because it has to be addressed. People saying there's a whole lot about we all one blood and we all this and we all that. No, man. The Lord don't support that. And we're going to show you right now how he don't support that. Acts 17:26, and then give me 2nd Esdras.
Okay. Acts chapter 17, verse 26.
Hold on 1 second, let me catch it with you. Give everybody a chance to catch up where we at.
Okay.
Give everybody a minute or two. All right. Go ahead and read that.
Acts chapter 17, verse 26. And hath made of one blood.
Say it again.
And hath made of one blood.
That's what they trying to say. That's the Christianity part. You understand? Go ahead.
All nations of men, for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and hath determined the times before appointed, and the bounds of their habitation. They that should seek the Lord, if haply they might feel after him.
All right, you can stop right there. We all one blood, one nation. Read 26 one more time, brother.
And hath made of one blood all nations of men, for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and hath determined the time before appointed.
All right, now determine the time before appointed, right? Meaning before appointed, right? Drop that. Everybody go to 2nd Esdras 6, verse 54 to 56. Read.
2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Now, they talk about Adam, right? Said we all one blood come from Adam. Go ahead.
Of him come we all.
Go ahead.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Yeah, we all come from Adam, everybody on earth. But out of them people, the Lord chose a special people. This is what you got to understand that part there. So when they come to you with that there, you got to understand when it says before time appointed, okay, let's see what it's talking about. You go ahead. You go to 2nd Esdras 6. And it tell you that everybody came from Adam, but out of them people, the Lord chose one for himself. Continue reading.
Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
For whose sake?
Our sake.
That's why we got to separate, man. This is supposed to be made for us. You understand? The only way you can do it is to separate from everybody else. You can't be down with everybody, man. Even though we all one blood, the Lord took you out of all that and put you aside for himself. Who did he do that to? The 12 tribes. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. He took you and put you aside for himself. Continue reading.
Verse 56. As for the other people.
Now there's other people. Go ahead. Meaning, who's the other people? The other nations. Esau, so-called white man. Ham, so-called Africans. East Indians, Ayalam. You understand? Ayalam, the East Indians. Moab, so-called Chinese. Ammon, so-called Japanese. You understand? All these other nations. You understand? As for the other people, go ahead.
Which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
They what?
Are nothing.
The Lord said they nothing, man. That's why you should understand. When you see them a part of your demonstration, you better say to yourself, why the hell they did? What's their ulterior motives? What's their motive for being here, man? All that's gonna come out. It will come out that they paying cash to do certain things. You know what I mean? They the ones supplying different things. They the ones doing all the violence out there. It's gonna come out. All that's gonna come out. All of it is. All this is a strategy, man. Remember the scriptures say Esau should be a cunning hunter. It's a strategy. Using your plight to push their gains. That's what's going on, man. That's the strategy. You understand? Now, give me the scripture, New Testament, brother, which says, why is the serpent harmless as it does? Matter of fact, before you pull that one, where's the one in Ephesians which says, be angry, but sin not?
Come on.
Give me that one first.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26.
Go ahead.
Be ye angry.
The Lord said you can be angry, man. You understand? I'm very angry with what happened to my brothers out here. Each and every time. Each and every time I'm very angry about what's going on out here, my brothers and sisters, man. All the death and murder going on out here. Very angry. Go ahead.
Come. And sin not.
But don't go out there and sin immediately. Don't go out there doing things against the Most High. You understand me? Now that part there, I learned from Commander Jay Hahn. How to be disciplined. How to control my emotions. You understand? All this going on here because they out there playing on the emotions of our people, man. With Esau being a cunning hunter, he's playing on the emotions of black people, Hispanic and Native Indians. You understand? No one will be upset. No one will be got some rage inside of us. Hey, here go Brick Man, throw it, man. Release yourself. You know what I mean? Here goes some money, man. Let's go tear this up right here. Spray paint a sign, something. Yeah, we can break it here and take that. Come on, let's go, man. Release that energy. And we follow it because now we are caught up on our emotions.
Right.
You understand? We're not disciplined. Which you're only going to find in our ISUPK. Continue reading.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
All right, now drop that. Give me the one about wisdom I asked for. Be wise in the serpent.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 16.
Go ahead.
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Them wolves are the mother nations, man. You understand me? They sick as hell. They know what they're doing. They cunning hunters, man. Go ahead.
Be ye therefore wise as a serpent.
You got to be wise in these days and times. You got to be wise. The Bible said the knowledge of the Lord will be wisdom and stability in these days and times. You understand? Be wise as a serpent. You know, a serpent is very wise, slick. You got to be wise. Go ahead.
Come. And harmless as doves.
As harmless as a dove. You know what we should be doing, man? Taking all our money out this damn economy.
Right.
That's what we should be doing. Not spending our money and supporting their businesses. That's how we make a message. That's how we really push something. Destroying and looting not going to change it, man. It's not going to change it. But you know what's going to change this here? You see another brother, you don't want to wish hurt and harm on that brother. You understand me? You see another sister, you're not going to wish hurt and harm on that sister. You're going to start now treating your people how you want to be treated. That's how we're going to change things, man. You understand me? That's a far better fight than us going out here looting. Getting caught up on our emotions. You understand? And that's why you see the ones that out there doing it are young people.
Right.
Why young people? Because young ones can't control their emotions. They full of piss and fucking vinegar. So now you feed that emotion and give him something to do, he can go ahead and go do it. Yeah, I can do that. Hey, give me that brick. Yeah, come on. Oh, couple of hours. Take a couple of hours. Come on, man. I don't damn money to do that. I take a couple of hours. Do what? Okay, I'm gonna go do it. That's what's going on, man. And we gotta be wiser than that. And that should let you know, to the brothers, to the officers in the ISUPK, all the work that we gotta do out here. As well as the sisters as well. All the work that still gotta be done. Fishing brothers and sisters into the truth. Going out these highways and byways. Get them in the truth. Showing them a better way of life than what we've been showing. You understand me? And that's the life of this truth. Give me Ezekiel 9:4, brother. We're going to end it with that.
Come. Ezekiel.
9:4.
Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4.
Come on.
And the Lord said unto him,
Go ahead.
go through the midst of the city.
Go ahead.
Through the midst of Jerusalem.
Who's the city? Who's Jerusalem? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Talking like you. Go ahead.
Come. And set a mark upon the forehead.
What's the mark upon your forehead, y'all? The mark upon your forehead is the truth. You understand me? We gotta go out here and put this truth inside their foreheads, man. Put this truth inside of your forehead. What's inside of your forehead? Your what? Your brain. Your mind. This truth gotta be put inside of you, man. Set a mark. Go ahead.
upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Now, it ain't talking about any particular man, but it's talking about a man that's in his truth. You understand me? That's why I said it set the mark inside of them. The one that sigh and cry about what's going on with our people. You understand? Understand this here, y'all. Wow, this is a sad thing that's going on. This too gonna pass.
Right.
And when it passes, we got work to do. This is like seeing this here, every brother, every officer, every trooper, every officer, every captain, every slocking in the middle of me, generals, to see this and know that we got more work to do on these streets.
Right.
We got more brothers, more sisters to go get out of the belly of Babylon, the beast, man. More teaching of the truth to be done. More sacrificing, more going out here on these streets and teaching to bring down the strongholds of our people. You understand me? While I understand the pain and suffering that's going on, and one hand, I'm mad as hell about what happened with my brother, and I'm so mad as hell because they losing out here thinking it's a better way. But I know inside of me, and it's truth, that I gotta push harder. You understand me? I gotta fight harder for the truth. Now is the time. You understand me? Now is the time. COVID-19 ain't gonna last forever. These streets gonna open back up. And when they open back up, you better get out there on those street corners and blaze, man, like your life depends on it, because it does.
Right.
Get out there and blaze, go get your brother, sister, because that's our job. That's our job. To go out there, to crush these strongholds, man, to crush that Christianity. You understand? With that, y'all, say shalom, everybody. The froze on.
Come on, it's coming up. This should come up now.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. You don't want no altercation. Situation won't be critical. It's best that you be easy. And then go and kill it. Flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Ain't back and learn quick. Plus the beings in my heart. It's true in every word. Bring light into the dark. Night never lukewarm. Shit, I blaze it in the season. Got a minute fool for those. Just gotta watch who I'm being. Not been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas mad as great, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas bad and fat soul. Better bear with me, some back off. I be doing shit like sex flow. Young dogs all fucked out. Behind me say I come full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I ain't getting the slave. And if it ain't, you be dead. It ain't in the way. My niggas righteous. They real. They down with something. Feel so deep. Drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah, well it's the home. And I don't hate them, brother, I'm just too loyal to my home. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No right people here, not even this body, just keep it hollow. So when they ask something to be taken, tell them absolutely. And I ain't sure my ways, but nothing, gotta execute it. Cause I can never down my tail, talk between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters something they beg. They so smart, and the honest be so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they bad and far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. They ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 man. It's never cease. See, when y'all look at this world every week, I found out that the truth was man shit. She called it 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the weapon. Fuck the fame. Ask why tell them I'm loyal to the king. To the righteous man. Loyal to the king. I'm always say like a break the tax. Loyal to the king. The never say hey. Peace of loyal to the king. Bring that house back to peace like loyal to the king. Until the righteous man. Loyal to the king. I'm always say like a break the tax. Loyal to the king. The never say hey. Peace of loyal to the king. Bring that house